When I recently completed my $70 CSGO potato, a lot of people in the comment section were like, what do you use to clean that? What's that water stuff that you're putting on the parts? And so today I'm gonna give you guys a complete detail of the Tech Yes City approved way to clean your PC parts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tech Yes City. This is Brian coming to you guys today with a video on exactly what I use to bring up those disgusting PC parts and make them look like they're brand new. Now, starting from left to right, we're going to start off with the most important one and the one that I get asked a lot about the most. This is the parts cleaner. Now, this is some seriously strong stuff and it can eat plastics, so be aware of that. It's called parts cleaner, but it's also known as brake cleaner. Now, this stuff is very cheap. You can get like 800 mil of this stuff for like around $1 to $2 depending on where you live. This cost me about $2 a can. Very high pressure stuff. Really good for getting that dirt off in those hard to reach places, especially around sockets and pins. Really good, I love it. However, that being said, if you do use this stuff, try to clean off the excess as soon as you can with something like an alcohol wipe, because as I said before, this stuff will eat plastic, and depending on the brand, it may eat plastics a lot faster than others. The stuff I'm using here today is very easy on plastics compared to some other brake cleaners, so be careful about the brand that you get. This is the one that I use, cheapest from my hardware store, and does a fantastic job of cleaning those parts. Now, the next thing I use to clean parts is my favorite by far. This is the most important in my opinion. This is the alcohol wipe. It's just a tissue, essentially a wet tissue. However, they use alcohol instead of water or any other chemicals, and it's just absolutely phenomenal for cleaning pretty much anything. Now, the brake cleaner is pretty much a more powerful option, though when I don't need to use that, in a lot of the cases I don't need to use that, I just use alcohol wipes. This stuff is great for getting off thermal paste as well, getting off dirt, grime, and also cleaning just in general anything to do with PCs, because you know it's not going to short circuit anything on your motherboard, or it's not going to short circuit anything to do with electronics, and it will dry out pretty quickly. Now, this stuff can be had for around about $1 depending on where you live. I pay about $1.50 for a bucket of like 200 alcohol wipes, so really handy, really useful. So the next batter up here is CRC 556, another one of my specials. This stuff will cost you around $3 a can. However, it will go a long way. And now this one is more of a finisher and also a protectant as well. So it sort of serves the purpose of making your parts look really good, but also sort of sealing them in with an oil-based lubricant. Now, this stuff will not short circuit anything. I've already tested it in the past on a live PC, no problems. Now, next up here is some polish rags, another one of my specials. This one will be essentially for just cleaning anything and not having to worry about scratching things. Great on GPU dies after you've done the alcohol wipe. You can use a polish rag, clean all the alcohol off straight away so you can put down your thermal paste, or you can use it for just cleaning up your case, giving it the final polish there. Really good stuff. And I use one for polishing off the alcohol and one for polishing with CRC 556. So at any given time, I've got two of these bad boys out in the wild. Next up here is just some silicone pads. This is when I'm pulling off those old heat sinks and the silicone pads that were on previously just crumble. So this has cost you about $1 for a big pad like this, and it'll go a long way. Next up here, we've got some zip ties, great for cable management. I just love the ease of a zip tie. You just pretty much whack it wherever you want to whack it, and then just strangle it, and that thing will hold in place. And then last up, you've got your thermal paste, and I used to be a big advocate of Arctic Silver 5, but nowadays I'm a big advocate of MX4 because I can just be even more loose than I was with Arctic Silver 5. This stuff is pretty much performing similar to Arctic Silver 5, except you don't have to worry about it being capacitive or conductive. In other words, you can just slap this stuff down, slap a heatsink on it, and you don't have to worry about anything shorting out. So after you've got all these items, you should now be able to bring those really dirty and disgusting parts into something that looks pretty much near or even better than brand new, as in the case of using the CRC 556. So anyway guys, if you have any questions about these parts or anything I use in my process, then let me know in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Also, another thing about some of this stuff is especially when I went to America for a holiday, I could not find for the life of me alcohol wipes anywhere. I couldn't find polish rags as well. These were like two things I was going around to every hardware store asking for, and they're like, huh? What's that? And then I was like, okay, so they've got none of this. You may have to go onto Amazon to get this stuff, but I'm telling you now, these two things are well worth it, especially when it comes to cleaning up PC parts and saving a lot of time. Anyway, that's about it from me today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please slap that big thumbs up button, and I'll catch you in the next tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.